Hi, folks. We're going to take a look at page 264, number 17. So here they give us this position function with respect to time, and they want us to show that this equation is satisfied. So here, what this equation says is that the second derivative of s plus 100 pi squared times s should be equal to 0. Okay, so we already know what s is. It's the given function, but what we first have to determine is the second derivative. So we're going to do that by first determining the first derivative. So here, take the derivative of s, and so here, 8 is just a constant. So it's just going to be 8 times the derivative of sine 10 pi t. And I notice here that I'm going to have to use the chain rule. So this is going to be my u. So the derivative of sine u is just cos u. So cos of 10 pi t, and then times the derivative of u with respect to t. And again, 10 pi is just a constant. Derivative of t is 1. So that's just 10 pi. Okay. Now, since I need to take another derivative, I'm going to simplify this a little. So here, 8 times 10, so we have 80 pi times cosine of 10 pi t. All right, and now let's take the second derivative. Okay, and it's going to be very similar here. 80 pi is just a constant, so 80 pi times the derivative of cos of 10 pi t. Again, this will be my u. So the derivative of cos u is negative sine u, so negative sine of 10 pi t. Okay, and again, times the derivative of u, same as before, is just 10 pi. Okay, now again, since I need to input this into an equation, makes sense to simplify it. So let's see what we have. We have negative 80 times 10, so 800. And then here we have pi times pi, pi squared, and then times sine of 10 pi t. Okay, so now that I have the second derivative, I can input everything into my equation. Okay, so the left-hand side of my equation is equal to the second derivative of s. So this thing here, negative 800 pi squared times sine of 10 pi t. And then here, plus 100 pi squared times s. And of course, s is just the given function. So here we have 8 sine of 10 pi t. And so now let's do some simplifying. Nothing really to do here. It's already simplified. Negative 800 pi squared sine of 10 pi t. And then here plus, well, 100 times 8 is 800 pi squared sine of 10 pi t. And this is where we notice that these two things are exactly the same except different signs. So they add up to 0, which is my right-hand side. So we've proven that this equation is indeed correct. All right. So just to recap here, step number 1 is to understand that this is an alternate notation for the second derivative as opposed to using the prime notation. So here we needed to find the second derivative first. And then from there, we inputted everything we knew into the left-hand side of the equation. And once we simplified, we showed that it was equal to the right-hand side, namely 0. Okay, that's it for this one.